So, hello everyone, and this is going to be a late live, and more likely, I'm going to have a bias for tomorrow. So, this is the Dixie chart, and currently, what I want to do is I'm going to mark this level because this was the strong high from where the price was reacting to. So, let's mark it like this. I guess it's not marked. So, yeah. Not here. So, yeah. And the next level is this strong low of this particular zone. So let's mark it like this. Now this one. So this is the level in which I'm expecting the market to be working in for the next week. So let's move to the smaller time frames to see what is the actual level. So in this particular zone, what do we have is we are having this 2 zone. Let's zoom it a bit and let's understand what is going on. So the price has reacted from this particular zone of the higher time frame, and currently it had respected this FVG and moved into the upside direction. The price is moving into the upside direction, responding from this wick, and if we are going to fail this low, most likely we are going to go into the downward direction. The good thing, or an interesting thing you will talk about, is this particular zone. We can talk about that. This, okay, I mistaken. Okay, yeah. Oh, my mouse is acting a little weird. So this particular zone had swept the low of the previous candle. This makes this low interesting because it can possibly become a strong low for the smaller time frames. So let's see that how is the smaller time frame reacting. For that, let's move to the dailies. Now this is the daily chart, and we can see that here too a confluence has formed, that is the low is being swept by the market. That is the equal low was being swept by the market. So for that, let's mark it like this. No, it was the low. Yeah, it is a strong low for that time frame. I'll be moving it upside. Okay. So now let's move to the smaller time frame. So I'm expecting the price to react from this low only into the upside direction if we are going to move into the upside direction in Dixie. Else, most likely we are going to move into the downward direction. So let's zoom it a bit. I guess the marking has been done a little wrong. I'll be correcting the data point. Ah, my mouse. Okay, yeah. So for now, this is what we have. So let's move to the 4 hours. And for the current scenario, we are having this low as a strong low. Did I miss something, brother? Oh, actually, I had I had been analyzing the Dixie for the upcoming week, so maybe please rewind the video and you will be able to see it. So for now, what do we have is this low we are having, and this wick over here. I'll be zooming out a bit. So this week also. So we are having two confluences into the market. That is this wick and this low. So if this low is invalidated by the market, most likely we are going to respond from this wick only. So let's move to the 4 hours now. Zoom out a bit. Yeah. So the price took this low, moved into the upside direction, broke this high. So this is the most strongest zone we had to respond from, and the price reacted from this zone. I'm also anticipating the price to move into the upside direction, and if we are going to break this high, that is this high over here. So most likely if we are going to break this high, we are going to be bullish into the market. So let's keep it like this. Yeah. I have to make a correction, I guess. Yeah. So what we have here is that we are having this strong low and we are having this higher time frame wick. So if we are going to break this high, most likely we are going to continue our journey towards the equal highs of the higher time frame. That is, let's fix our target. So the minimum I'll be expecting is this high over here. This will be our equal high, which can be taken by the market. So for this week, I'm expecting the market to actually reach here if we are going to break this high. Else, we will be going into the downward direction, and I'll be happy to see the reaction from this wick of the higher time frames. So now let's move to the euro now for the analysis of the upcoming week. So let's move to the monthlies directly. So into the month, what we see is that the price had swept the high of the previous candle. So let's mark it like this. We can clearly see that the high is being taken by the market. So the other thing which happened was, which I had been noticing, and I had also told in my analysis videos, if you had watched it, you might have taken the profit of it. So let's move it up. Yeah. So we were having this FBG over here, and the price had respected this FVG. So this is a bullish signal actually. The price should go into the upside direction if we are going to respect this FVG again and again, and it can be a holding point for the market. So let's mark it as orange just to have a clear idea. Okay, let's move to the smaller time frames. What we can see that this previous candle is being swept into the higher direction and lower direction both. So one of the probabilities we are going to be into the sideways, and the other probability is most likely we are going to be into the upside direction. So for now, let's move to the smaller time frames for a clarity. So this is the daily chart, and what we can see is if we are going to break this high with a candle close, if we are going to break this high with a candle close, most likely we are going to be into the upside direction. and that will be a confluence which will direct us towards a conclusion that Dixie will be bearish in that phase. So for Dixie, what do we have is, if we are going to get a close above this 4H candle, we are going to be bullish, else I'll be happy to see a reaction from this low or this particular zone. If this low is invalidated, most likely this zone will be the only area where the price will be reacting to. Apart from that, in euro, we are having this clear zone of daily. The price had reacted from the monthly FVG, which we had anticipated in our previous videos only. So if you haven't watched it, go and watch the video and you will get the overall breakdown of the top down analysis. So yeah, so what do we have is, we are having this confluence into the smaller time frames. First of all, into the daily, let's move to the dailies. Into the daily, what we have is, we are having this strong high. So if we are going to respect this strong high, most likely we are going to be into the downward direction, and if we get a close above this high, we will be going into the upside direction. So let's move to the 4 hours for a precise picture now. Yeah, so into the 4 hours, what do we have is, we are having this candle being followed, and yeah, this will be the low I'll be happy to look into if the price is going to be into the upside direction. Else the extreme invalidation point will be this only. There might be a question that why only this is going to be an invalidation point, because the price had taken a liquidity from this particular zone. Okay, let's mark it like this. And broke this supply zone, making this a strong low. So if we are going to break this extreme low, most likely we are going to be into the bearish phase. Else, and breaking means what? Breaking means the candle should be closed below it. So for now, what do we have is, we are having these equal highs, and we are having this FVG over here, if you can possibly see. We are having this FVG over here. So if we are going to respect this FVG, respond from this particular order block, most likely we are going to take this high, and if we are going to get a close into the higher time frame, that is daily, into the upside direction, we are going to continue a journey into the upside direction. So yeah, this is pretty much it. Let's check GBP now. It should be somewhat similar to euro monthlies. It is already having some drawing, so let's remove it. So GBP is also having a similar scenario, that it had respected this FVG. And what is a pre-analysis, or kind of forecast for euro, is that the price has already closed above this particular candle. So this is a bullish case. Let's mark it nicely. The data point should be clear. So yeah, so we have already closed above it. So I'll be happy to see a reaction from this candle only into the upside direction. For that, let's move to the weeklies. GBP is a little more bullish as compared to euro. So what I can see is, I'll be happy to see a reaction from this zone into the GBP. So if we are going to respect this FVG and move into the upside direction, most likely we are going to continue our journey into the upside direction. towards the equal highs, or the closest will be this high. So yeah, this is for GBP. Now this is pretty much it. I'll be concluding it. Do write your questions if you have any, and thank you for watching.